Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, good morning, wherever you're at in the world.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Yeah, that's it.
Good show.
Yeah. We had an interesting weekend, and real quick, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Awesome shirt.
Yes.
Tessa drew me a picture for Father's Day, so it's
Yeah.
pretty cool, of my favorite character, hence the stuff on the table. We're going to try something low. We're going to try decorating our table a little bit, I think, every Monday with something. Dennis is more than welcome to bring something from his collection to throw out here. Reason why we got Gambit on here today is the concept for Gambit in the comic book actually come about around this time. So, but with Uncanny X-Men 266, which is the first full appearance of Gambit. But it wasn't published until August. So Gambit, a lot of you know, is one of my favorite characters, and again, it's one of them things. Gambit does get to show, and again, I do have ways to show off my powers. So that's pretty cool. So just don't throw them, right?
Right.
So Gambit has been one of my favorite characters, probably one of my favorite characters. Oh, cool! It just showed up. Just saw it on there and how bright it was. That was pretty cool.
Okay, so just a heads up, we're trying to get everything set up to do live on Instagram as well.
But it's not.
I can only see one of you guys.
Which way do I gotta go?
So
Or which way does Dennis gotta go?
Dennis has got to come in.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get the live going here. And I haven't figured out yet how to add a link.
Well, real quick, what we're talking about a little bit, here's just a little bit of my collection here with Gambit. We got the the '90s cartoon version of Resin figure there. I thought that was pretty cool when that came out. It came out in a 2-pack with Gambit and Rogue. Then you got the little Lego figure there. My mini bust here with of Gambit holding the cards and the bow staff. More of the modern style Gambit. Then you have Tyler Ketch's Gambit. Now, the cool thing is, Tyler Ketch, there are only, I believe, 2 figures of Tyler Ketch out of Gambit. One was the well, hold on, we'll start.
I think we're live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time.
And on Facebook. Awesome. So we're trying a few new little things here. We're trying to get to where we can hit several of our platforms at once.
Hopefully, in a few more days, we'll start having YouTube videos going.
Yes.
Up
So
we're gonna have a whole bunch of different ways to get.
So again, what we're going to start doing is not only are we going to be talking about our stuff with Heroes for Kids, what we've had coming up, some of the stuff we've had behind the scenes stuff, really, with 13th Darkness, which we started filming again this last weekend, or this last week.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jody.
Hey, Debbie. Hey, Jody. See you tomorrow, Jody, if it's the right Jody.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Jody. There's only one Jody.
There's only one
The
Jody.
Jody.
The Jody. But as you see, we've got some Gambit stuff out here. One of the new, here, I'll throw this one out there. This one here is one of the newer comics by Chris Claremont. This is actually the graphic novel version, the trade paperback, or they call them now. But it's called Thick as Thieves. It's where Gambit and Young Storm, this is incidents that's happened right after Uncanny X-Men 266 and 267. So pretty cool comic book. But yeah, you've got the animated series Gambit. You got comic book Gambit. You've got the movie Gambit, Lego Gambit, and you've got X-Force Gambit, which I thought this was a rare find. It was pretty cool. It's a Hot Topic exclusive. It's got Gambit in the yellow costume from the one when they redid X-Force. So yeah, it was a pretty cool one. Well, let's talk a little bit about this weekend. or actually, let's go back last Thursday. Last Thursday, I had to do some shooting with 13th Darkness. Awesome scene. Actually, it was I can't really say awesome scene, but it was a good scene. It had some pretty good, intricate parts in it.
Metropolis Batman has joined us on Instagram.
Hey, Metropolis
Yeah.
Batman, how's it going?
Batman says hi.
Yeah. Dennis actually got to throw himself in a little bit of a different role into it.
Right. I got to work basically on the sound portion of it.
Oh yeah, and I guarantee some of the sound in our goof offery will.
You'd be surprised what some of you guys say under your breath that I've heard. I'm like, okay.
So yeah, Dennis was a sound man.
Yes.
One of the soundmen for it. So it was pretty cool. I got to do a little bit of acting. So just a real small scene. So, but it was good. It was a real good scene that we had to shoot. So actually got it done pretty quick. Was able to get out of work early enough to get down to Cape, and because it was shot down in Cape.
Right.
And was able to make it down there. Dennis was happy enough to take me down there, and it actually got to help. Dennis actually got to learn a little bit.
Learn a little bit about behind the scenes.
So
What's funny is one of the actresses, when they were filming her, she's so tall that they had to set her down.
I don't know. I was in a room the whole time, and I couldn't see what was going on all that time in the other room.
They were filming a scene where she's talking to another character, and they got the camera over her shoulder. But she's so tall that they had her kneel down in a chair, and so the scene called for her to say her lines, and then she was to exit. But because she's on a chair kneeling, she can't just walk off. So what they did was they grabbed the chair and held it and pulled it. So here she is, she's doing her scene, and when it comes time for her to leave, she goes like,
Yeah.
it was kind of like glide.
I got to see a little bit of that, not much, but yeah, it was.
It was hilarious.
So yeah.
Yes, Chelsea, we are trying on Instagram and Facebook at the same time to see if it's going to work.
Yes. So we've got people responding on both.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I may lose my mind by the time we're done.
All right, awesome. And again, if anybody's got any questions or anything, please, we will do our best to answer all questions. If anybody asks about any of the stuff, and yes, and the cool thing is, I do have one of the items out here is signed
Right.
on the table. There we go. A trivia question.
We just sold 2 more VIP tickets.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Which VIP tickets? Heroes for Kids Comic Con. We'll get to that here in a little bit.
So how many do we have left?
I don't know. I can't get into any of them to look.
We are getting. You know what? Honestly, yes, I know. We said we'll sell 30, but
We'll sell 30.
yeah, I mean,
We'll sell 30.
Yep. So, yeah. But I know it's
Shut that down.
dwindling down real quick. I know for
In the last couple weeks, sales on our VIP tickets have picked up.
Oh yeah. So
Because
if
we
you
had
want
been-
the VIP experience. Get there now.
We had been sitting at over 20 tickets out of 30 for quite a while, and now we're down closer to probably 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are buying them 2 to 3 to 4 at a time. So
5.
So you better.
We've had one family that's bought at least
one
5.
family bought at least 5 in one order. So, which
you
is
better
awesome.
get in
Yeah.
there and get it done. Otherwise, they're going fast.
Yep. Sorry.
Only thing missing is a splash of bourbon in this.
I know it. I mean, I can smell it over here. Now,
I'm
you
drinking
guys,
bourbon-infused coffee.
Yes.
There's actually no alcohol in it. It's from Villainous Grounds. It is fabulous.
Yeah. For people that are wondering why I've got a little bit of a grimace on my face, is
Yeah,
well,
Debbie.
and something like that. So, as of right now, if Superman is requested, I can still do Superman, but
Don't expect them to stick the superhero landing.
yeah, I will not be sticking a superhero landing for right now.
If you see him down on the ground doing this number,
You can
his
ask
foot
Jess.
came
I
out.
walk more like RoboCop now than
Yeah.
I did ever before.
Or sort of like John Wayne with a club foot.
Yeah, tell me about
Well, okay, hugger up.
But then Saturday,
Yes.
we were up in Festus Walmart, doing helping them with their CMN charity CMN fundraising event.
Right.
We had Superman, Batman.
Hi,
Harley
Kenny.
Quinn. Who?
Kenny Richardson.
Kenny's on her also.
Hi,
Hello,
Kenny.
Kenny. We had a shaved Superman. Matter of fact, I was able to shave for the appearance for Saturday.
We're so
Saturday.
proud of you.
I know it. Laser beams just worked. Worked
Mirror,
real
laser
good.
beam,
Yep,
yeah.
mirror and laser beam. Yep, it worked great.
It was good seeing you two in Metro. Hi,
Yes.
Amy.
Yeah.
Amy Venus.
Amy Venus. Okay.
Had to
hello,
specify
how are you?
which Amy.
Yes. But we had what was that?
We even saw Kenny Richardson on the news, and
Yeah.
talking about Kenny. We want to thank you for doing the in memoriam for the folks that have passed away that are members of our
Oh, definitely.
You,
that
you
that
really
was,
knocked it out of the park on that one, bud. You really did good. So, and have met some of these individuals that really
Yeah.
helped people, especially Mike Myers. He was really truly.
Well, here we'll do this.
Yeah, this guy right there.
I got right there getting talking with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. There's a story behind that.
Yeah.
He has an extensive Superman collection, and a coworker fake friended him and then robbed him blind. He lost a lot,
Mhm.
so the word got put out through the Super Friends, and got a bunch of his stuff replaced, and got to meet Henry Cavill. When Henry Cavill found out,
Right.
he set up meeting him. So not only did he get everything back, he actually got
More. Yeah.
and donated some. I believe they said he donated his excess to some children's hospitals. That's the kind of guy he was.
Yeah.
And then Henry Cavill heard about him and wanted to meet him, and so they made it happen. So,
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
real good guy.
yeah, he is. But no, we had Poison Ivy, and then we had
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man, and we had the Mask with us.
Yeah.
So that was
He was a hoot.
yeah. So Jeff, Tammy, Wyatt, Chelsea, thank you for coming up and braving the hot weather from Saturday. I don't know what the total was we ran, or they did, but I know it was quite a bit of money. I know they had one of the officers, one of the Festus officers,
Right.
in their makeshift jail cell. And the fire department put him in a jail cell this morning, or that morning.
That morning, yeah.
And from what I understand, there was a little deal on the bottom of it. He had to raise $250 before he could get out.
Right.
Apparently, before he was able to count any of it, the workers would come over, the CMN workers would come over,
Hi, Wyatt.
grab a whole handful of the money out and just leave a couple dollars in there and walk off. So he never got to count the money. So at one point, I was told he had just raised a loan on himself was at least $500-600.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean that was awesome.
I don't think he minded sitting there.
Oh no.
He was in the cool, and
The thing is he still had to go into work later that evening.
Right.
So yeah, he was there on his own time.
Right.
But it was awesome that he did
Kicked
that.
back and
Yep.
relaxed and sat in the chair, and yeah.
So I see there's a comment popped up. I think.
Yeah. Wyatt says hi,
Hello, Wyatt.
and then we were talking about Red Banana art on there. So.
All right.
I'm trying to tag people.
Yeah, you're
All right.
staggering people.
She's tagging people.
So.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, that's literally what we got.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we're on a little bit of a break. Not really a break, but appearance break for about, 2 weeks? Because and it's going to be getting stuff going for Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Right. We're
4th of July is our next event
right.
at the Perry Park Center. Actually, it'll be the 3rd of July.
Right. That'll be a Monday night.
Right, it'll be the 3rd of July when they're doing their fireworks here in town.
Right.
We'll have our booth set. We'll have a booth set up. Tickets for sale. We'll have talk about the Comic-Con at that event, and enjoying the fireworks.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun weekend on that weekend.
I'm kind of wondering if I could go sleeveless with Captain America. Because of the heat.
Show your muscles.
I show my muscles. Just have it sort of bare armed with the glaives.
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
Ebert.
Hey, Chris. How's it going?
Chris.
One of our artists is going to be at our show. So, again, we're trying something a little new. We've got Instagram Live and Facebook Live going all at the same time.
And Jess is trying to keep track of both.
Yes. So please have any questions or anything, please ask. Let's see. We've got, and now we're up to the next event. Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Right.
So we'll get into that. Saturday, July 15th, from 10 to 5 is general admission. 9 o'clock is early admission and VIP time. First responders and active military will be free. All they have to do is show their ID at the door. They get in for free at the 10 o'clock hour. $5 to get in. And kids 5 and under with the paid admission of an adult get in for free. Let's see. I want to thank your Velma Scrounds for
Being our cohorts in crime.
That's
Yes. We can do this one.
no good.
Chelsea's back.
Hey,
Chelsea.
She's on Instagram.
Okay. We have for our 2 recipients right now.
And I've already tagged them on. I've tagged them on Facebook. So.
We've tagged them. Okay. Our 2 recipients right now, and then I'll get to another thing, and I know you'll let me say this now. Okay. We have a goal, and then we have a record.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We have a goal, and we have a record. that
Yeah,
we're
you're
trying
good.
to
You're
grow.
good.
We have a goal of the amount of money that we're trying to raise.
Right.
And
We
then we
have-
have a record that we're trying to beat of that money that we've raised.
Right.
Okay. Well, our record right now.
Start with our goal.
Well, hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
start
our
with
goal right now is $6,000. Our record is $10,400. Now, the cool thing is we get to split that money between 2 organizations. And it's usually a children's hospital
Right.
in the local area, and then the second is a local charity that helps
Nonprofit.
local nonprofit charity organization that helps the community.
Right.
What?
Nonprofit.
That's what I said.
Just leave it at nonprofit.
All right, nonprofit.
Yeah.
Okay, just said leave it at
Let
nonprofit.
us
Yes.
abolish and do away with redundancy and repetition.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So this year is Le Bonheur Children's Hospital and Fly Me Home. Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is out of Memphis. Awesome hospital. I've done a few things with them already. And so, I mean, it's going to be awesome being able to donate the money to them this year. And the other one, go ahead and talk a little bit about Fly Me Home.
Fly Me Home right now serves a 6-county area. Let's see, St. Francis, St. John, Cary, Bollinger,
Madison.
Madison, and Cape. Okay? And what it is for those people who are service members who are on leave, but they cannot come home because they don't have the funds to do so, these guys set it up so that they can come home on their
What?
Back to our goals.
Oh, hey.
Our goal is $6,000.
Our goal is $6,000.
Right.
Right. Now, I'm just going to tell you this right now. As of right now,
I've got the numbers.
okay, as of right now, I'm going to tell you right now, we beat our goal. or we've met our goal, or can I say we beat?
We have beat our goal.
We have beat our goal. So right now, I am guaranteeing, and I am saying this very proudly, and thank you to everybody if I don't start tearing up. We are going to
Jody.
be giving a minimum right now, and again, just as we've already beat our goal, we're giving a minimum to at least $3,000 to each one of these.
Right.
So thank you everybody so far. So and it's still going up.
Right.
What is our total right now?
So to take, I'm not going to give it the total, but to take and beat our
Our
record,
Yeah.
we need about $3,000.
Whoa.
Wow. That's actually
That gave me chills.
that.
Awesome.
To beat our goal, we need about
In
$3,000.
other words,
Just a
we
little
have
over.
A very good shot.
We have a
at
very
beating our
good
record.
yes.
A very good shot. That's up to you guys.
That's
now.
up to our listener. That's up to our people coming to the show. That's
Right.
up to our other sponsors that decide they want to do it.
Go to the page and show where they can do an individual sponsorship or a business sponsorship.
I think that's tickets.
I believe so.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Now again, this money, 100% of this money goes to those two organizations.
Minus the expenses.
Minus expenses, and which is expenses are paid.
Hmm.
So sponsorships, click on this right here. Starts out at a $50 donation, and you donate away. You can donate at the
If you want to donate more than the $50, you can go into our main page, I believe.
and
Go
set
to
up a
the sponsorship form.
Do-do-do-do-do. I'm trying to get there. It's
Nope, you're good.
Whoop.
And we'll go through our sponsorships while we're on this
Yeah.
page. But individual
this-
sponsors and donations, you follow that link right there. And it is a tiered sponsorship. So if you want to do more than $50, you can go through the link on the
On the
ticket page. If you want to do $50, you can go through the link on the ticket page. If you want to do more than $50, go through the link for individual sponsor and donations can be made.
Right. Now, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, and this is going to be awesome. Let's see, I guess I'll start it off. We want to thank Perryville, the city of Perryville, number one. Awesome for them to let us have it here.
Well,
Robinson-
here, the city of Perryville for allowing us the use of the Park Center,
Yeah.
Mhm.
as well as allowing us to put our banners up in prime locations,
Yes,
as well as the support that they show.
definitely. Robinson Outdoor for
The amazing amount of advertising.
Yes.
the amazing advertising they're
They
helping
really
us
go
do.
above
Chris Stortz has joined us
Hey,
on
Chris.
Instagram
Republic Monitor for the
for more advertising.
More advertising.
Yeah, and the ads.
Thrivent.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Charity floor covering. Manually Box Store for Dental. Rolly Brothers Trucking Company. Citizens Electric Company.
Want to say a big shout out to Marzuko Electric.
You skipped a line.
Huh? Oh, I did. Okay. I'll go. Okay. Perry County Veterinarian Hospital, Robinson Construction, Foster.Connect, and Incredible Edibles.
And-
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi,
Jeremy.
Bluff City Ironman.
Hey,
All
Jeremy.
right.
How's life treating you in New
Yes,
Zealand?
how's
Yes.
treating you in New Zealand?
Ooh. Of course, and he was mentioning Marzuko Electric.
Yes.
Yes.
Elks
And,
Lodge.
Of course, BPOE.
It's
The Elks Lodge.
Elks Lodge, yeah. Okay. The Hot Brothers LP Gas Company, Emmett Winery.
Yep. Frank's
Tabitha
Produce.
Cullum, hi.
Oh, we have who?
Tabitha Cullum.
Oh, hello,
Hi,
Tabitha.
I may not have said that right. I apologize.
Well, we have Frank's Produce, which is awesome. Just got some fresh fruit from there today.
Yeah.
We have
Their sweet
Webb-
dill pickles are the bomb.
Oh yes, we got Webb Law Firm, Caring Hands, in-home care from Perryville, and TG Missouri.
Fancy and Collectibles. Alan Moss, attorney at law. Zenscope, Fair Engineering.
We have the Perry County Memorial Hospital, Heckley's Bakery. We have Blackman,
Yeah, Blackman.
Blackman Industry Electrical Services, and Hay and Pastorio LLC, attorney at law.
Charles Frey has joined us.
Hey, Charles. And then we have our last line, go for it.
BDO Construction, Dryer Electric, Perryville Outdoor Products, and our Perryville Walmart.
Our local Perryville Walmart. Awesome. So, and again, we can still take more sponsors.
Absolutely.
So please, again, help us not only, again, we've beat our goal. Let's break our record. That's it.
Let's not only
our
break
record.
it, let's smash it, grind it to
Yeah.
powder, and
Let's
Make
Hulk
something
smash this
like
thing
that.
completely out of here.
yes.
The venue is at the Perry Park Center, 800 City Park Drive, here in Perryville, Missouri. We got a little bit. That's what the outside looks. This is what
The
I
inside
think
is
year 2.
Yeah. I think
It was year 2. Here's a map. Gives you a little bit of it. This is the yellow line there is Highway 61. I said it's right off of Highway 61. So please come on down and like I said, let's have some fun. We have a costume contest. We'll get to our special guests. But guys, come on. We are holy cow.
Right. We're 3.5 weeks away.
Hi, Donnell.
Hi, Donnell.
Hey, Donnell.
Oh, goodness.
25 days.
Yes.
Get off the countdown clock.
Huh?
Get off the countdown clock. I got too much left to do. Get off the countdown clock.
Okay.
Okay, let's go into.
Just stretch her out,
how's
dude.
this? Since we've got some of our vendors on here,
Yeah.
let's go through our vendors real quick. I'd love to get maybe one of our special guests on Instagram or Facebook Live. That would be awesome to get one of them on there.
Right.
Let's see. Dennis, we'll go ahead and start off.
Okay, we're going to start off with our vendors, the 501st and the Rebel Legion, NJ Comics, Artistically Ever After, and Astromech, James Check. What's that? Chakos? I don't want to butcher his name, but I guess I'm over
Your Kryptonian is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Bailey's Doodles.
It was his time on Apocalypse.
Huh?
It was his time on
It was
Apocalypse.
this time on
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay. We have Bailey's Doodles. We have author Todd Black. We have Blue Wing Creations and artist Bob Hamby.
Yeah. The Bone Cave, Bridges Imaging Productions.
Yeah.
You know this. Castle Perilous Games and Celestia's Art.
We have Chelsea Queen Cosplay.
We know her too.
Hey, we've got Chris Ebert on there. So, Chris, give yourself a shout out on the on Instagram and Facebook, please. We have author Morgan Comic,
Morgan Strawn Comnick.
Strong Comic,
Strawn.
and Critical Crafters.
Okay. The Crystal Lizard Resale, David LC Leatherworker, Elf Satin, and Foam Forgeries.
I don't have anything here. We have Gotham City Collectibles, author Amy Hale, artist and author Eric Hawkins. We also have Heroes for Hire.
Of course, then there's also us, Heroes for Kids, Infinity Comics, Games and Toys, Arthur Kathy Jackson, and author Nathan Justice.
We also have author, or I believe it's author Rick Justice, Justin's 3D Prints, Kittle's Crafts, and the Little Black Cat Company.
Okay, then we've also
Oh,
got,
let me raise that up one more time.
yeah, we've got author Ellie Mack, Madam Coyote LLC, Author Jessica Matthews, and author Jenny McKinney.
We have Chris, the Toyman McClellan. Hey, I said it right this time.
McQuillan.
That's what I said.
Okay. Just making sure.
Author Diana Morgan. And the Fez Fuzz.
Fez
Mike's-
Fuzz?
Yeah, the funny Fez fuzzing.
The pipe puffin' fuzz finagling.
Oh, and you know what? We love Brian K. Morris, and author and publisher of Rising Tide Publications. I believe he's the publisher of Rising Tide Publications, isn't he? Or works with Rising Tide Publications in some way, shape, or form.
I'm pretty sure him and Cookie are Rising
Oh,
Tide
yeah, him and
Publications.
Cookie are Rising Tide Publications.
St. Louis Brick Fanatics. Hi, guys.
Hey guys. Yeah, I don't think we have them on there yet.
Yes, we do.
We better, okay. But the awesome Rising Tide Publications author Brian K. Morris will be at our show. Then we have the my big fat pull list.
Of course, then we've got Mystic Sewing, Pantheon Collectibles, the guys that always do our pictures, Pence Productions,
Oh yeah.
Perry County Ambulance,
We have Perry County Sheriff's Office. We have the Perry County or the Perryville Fire Department and the Perryville Police Department. Also with Podig's Paintings.
Now, who came up with that picture for the Perry County Sheriff?
Uh,
Was that Lonnie Johnson?
no,
who
it
came up
was
with
not. No, it
Probably
was
the
not.
sheriff.
Huh?
Probably the sheriff.
Yeah, that was
Sheriff
actually,
came up with
yeah, I believe our sheriff came up with that one. All right, you got the next one.
that? Okay, Project Netcox Podcast,
Pokey Frat Boy.
Pokey Frat Boy, Crop Blast, and Red Banana Art by David Clark.
We have Red Brick Collectibles, Reynolds Comics, artist Autumn Zabo, and author T.L. Shively.
Then we got Tattoo Cutting Arthur Kenny Sills, Terry
We
Smith,
do not have them on there.
Triple Totes, and Unlocked Pieces.
We have the deliciously villainous
Evil.
grounds, and we have Star Wars: Lord of the Rings. Brad Worrell, I think that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, and I am sorry, but we forgot one of our vendors that is not on here, and it will be fixed before next week. But we are missing St. Louis Brick Fanatics. So they will be on there as they will be with us for all your minifig needs. So yeah, my Gambit I've gotten from them. I've got several Supermans. I've got several Red Hoods.
St. Louis Brick, take and shoot me a message with a logo in it that you want us to put on the website. I'm not sure what happened to the one that was there.
Oh.
Because they were on there at one point. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's hit our special guests. We have the voice, the talented voice actor, the voice of the Gremlins, the Ewoks, and the little cackling rat that sits on the tree rats.
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb. He was also in Day of the Dead. He was also a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens. He also did. He was also stuff with. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of that. There we go. He also did voice stuff for Remington Rifles and Ammo, Panasonic, Wild Turkey Whiskey, NASCAR, Mike's Hard Lemonade. Hey,
Good drink.
Hey, and no, I'm not. We are not advertising, and we're not promoting underage drinking. Please drink responsibly. But it's just good.
Please make sure you're of age.
And make sure you're of age. So the History Channel and all other ESPN, CBS Sports, and many, many, many other things. He is also a honorary member of the 501st and also an honorary member of Heroes for Kids as well.
Right. And we've got Alan Fernandez, who was Tusken Raider 44 years ago. He was also the handler of the elephant that they used to play the Bantu. So that's the guy right there. I'm pretty sure. I think we talked
We're
about
thinking
this.
it's possible he could have been the one that whacked Luke.
Yeah, we're thinking just because of that
Hi, Tammy.
photo,
Yeah.
we think he's the one that knocks out Luke at the beginning of the new
Right.
book, so which is awesome.
So, yeah. So he's worked with Marine World and. Yeah.
Hi, Jeff.
So.
Hello, Tammy. Hi, Jeff. Thank you for coming on. Now we've got this guy here. I sat and watched his Instagram live the other day, so that was pretty cool.
Which is what gave us the idea to try
Yeah,
our
that was-
Instagram Live.
Yeah, that was actually what gave us the idea to do Instagram Live, because he was doing it on Instagram Live. We have Darth Vader himself, C. Andrew Nelson, will be at our show on July 15th. Now, again, his list of accolades are like 3 times this.
We had to condense.
We had to condense it down. You know, everything from visual effects to, you know, voicing not only Darth Vader, but also Luke Skywalker. You know, he was helped with effects, whether it be effects, post-production, or something credited, okay, for Rocky Balboa, The Last Mimsy, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Rush Hour 3, Enchanted, The Kite Runner, The Spiderwick Chronicles, Jumper, Race to Witch Mountain, and Witness 11, you know, and it goes on. He was also in for the game, for LucasArts games. I mean, it just... He what was that? Listening to his podcast or his Instagram the other day, he's played Darth Vader over 70 times, I believe is what he said, and that is more than any other actor that has worked with Lucasfilms, whether it be movies, for games, or any type of promotion that they have. He's done it.
Yeah.
So we want to welcome C. Andrew Nelson to the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con as well. So, yes.
Whoever's on Instagram and Facebook, let me know how the feed is sounding. Instagram's acting like it's freezing up, and I just want to make sure it's still working.
I know C. Andrew Nelson had a little bit of issue with that the other day as well.
And of course, Wyatt Reed, who was,
Come on,
Start
put some
on-
energy behind that.
yeah, he starred in Star Trek. He was a Borg Predator in Predator 2.
Thanks, Chris.
He's
What?
Chris said Instagram feed's clear.
Okay, awesome.
he's also done visual effects and unit directing for Kung Fu Rascals, The Guyver Dark Hero, Guardian of the Realm, and Drive. He's also directed Star Runners and the feature film Shadowland and Four Color Eulogy. He's also done a bunch of fan films that he did the Dark Knight Returns. He did the first portion, and I guess he's getting ready
But
he's working on the second
Don't
one.
we
Second
have
part.
a copy of Four Color Eulogy with the script and movie?
I believe so.
So you'll get a threefer.
What?
Wyatt Weed, one of the guys from My Big Fat Pull List, was in it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Wyatt's wife, Gail, also worked on it.
Yep.
She wasn't in it, but she worked on it.
Yes.
Right.
So, anybody have any questions or comments? You can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we want to, we have also featuring Red Banana Art, which is done by David Clark. We have who was awesome enough to work on our posters for general admission. Dennis, you're going to be easier
Thanks,
to do
Tammy.
this. To show these up in front. We have our general admission poster, which is the red background of all of our characters.
That one will be available for anyone to purchase. You're too close. You're too close. Tilt it just a little bit down. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, we can see that one.
Yeah. And then for our VIPs, they get this awesome blueprint.
You've got your fingers on the head of the poor predator. And then come to my left just a little bit so we can see it over here on Instagram as well. Beautiful. Thank you.
And the ones for the
Need to work on your Vanna skills a little bit though.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to, I should put the phone over here. Like
Well,
this.
the problem is, I would have done it in this foot. Oh God, this foot
Splint.
brace here, splint, whatever. So I'm almost, knock on wood.
No breakdancing.
Yeah, no break dancing for me, but I'm almost out of commission. We're trying to
Keep you from being out of
keep
commission.
me from being out of commission.
Right.
So we're trying to obey the doctor.
Which is very, very hard for him.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we also have Delilah Hefner. She has been in numerous TV shows. She works with us on 13th Darkness. But Chicago Fire was, I think, one of the latest. I think you can actually. No, if I'm not mistaken, she's got a movie on Tubi right now that she's on. I saw it. Somebody was advertising it on what?
Chris says, I was thinking the same thing. Dennis channeling his Vanna.
Yes.
He needs to work on it a little
He
bit
needs to
though.
work on it. Vanna is a lot sexier than him.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't want to see your legs. No.
Well, we just saw yours.
You looked at a boob.
Yeah. Well, you had to
Grace.
lift your leg to see show the boob.
Yeah, but you were showing them your leg. I wasn't showing them my leg. I was showing them my boob.
Moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, booby.
Then we have the awesome, talented Victoria Webb, actress, model, hairstylist, makeup. She's out of Poplar Bluff. She is also a member of our 13th Darkness family as well.
Right.
I've known Victoria for quite a few years. Lovely lady.
Okay, your yellow cup is sticking out like a sore thumb, and we can see about half of you, and we've lost Dennis on Instagram anyway.
Okay. Are we good now?
See me now.
Yes, I can see you both
Okay.
now.
Cool. So, any questions about the Comic-Con so far? Let's get to the costume contest.
Yeah.
Costume contest.
Yes.
We're doing a little bit different this year. Instead of doing the parade, we're doing the parade, but we're also adding a actual costume contest. We're
Right.
getting the stage. Now the cool thing is instead of doing the voting online, voting is going to be done there and
By a panel of judges.
and with a panel of judges,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a money prize for first place.
$25 guaranteed first place.
Yes, which
And the more people that join in, the bigger the prize.
yeah, $25. Well, let's see. We've got three categories. You'll have the 15 and under, 16 and over, and pro. $5 entry fee, cash only. So this will be cash money that you guys will be getting. So $25 guarantee for first place entries. The more people that get in, the more that money's going to go up.
Right.
Second and third place will receive bonus grounds coupons or gift certificates, good at the store or online. There are entry fees online, and contest starts the contest starts at what, 10 o'clock, or sign up.
Sign up opens at 10. and they will sign up with me at the Heroes for Kids table information booth area.
Up until 3, right?
Yep. And then the contest starts at 3:30, or at 3:30, contestants will line up for the parade lap to the stage. So they'll do the lap around the structure stuff, and then shoot on in there to do the.
And now comes the fun of figuring out who our judges are going to be.
Yeah.
Because we need at least 3.
We need a Judge Dredd.
Now, flat out rules for the con itself, for the not just the costume contest, but for the Comic-Con itself. Number 1 is the big one. Cosplay does not equal consent. Just because you got somebody that's looking real nice and hot in their suit, whether it be male, female, whatever, don't walk up, don't play, don't play grabby butt and all this other kind of stuff. Please ask for photos, no touching, no touching, without verbal invitation.
Right.
All children must be accompanied by an adult. Again, safety first.
Right. And the costumes must be family friendly. Don't come in these little G-string bikinis
And pasties.
And
No.
pasties. No, don't do anything like that.
Okay. Law enforcement and Heroes for Kids staff may inspect any weapon or prop at any time. Refusal to do so, you will be ejected.
And you won't be refunded your money
No.
either. Also, no real weapons or guns allowed. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, we do have, foam forgeries are there. So if you're wanting blades, they've got tons of them.
Right.
Your anime, movie, and if you can't get them, holler at us. We can get a hold of him. We work real close with Foam Forgeries
Right.
at a lot of the shows. We can get a hold of them and get the weapon and possibly get some of those weapons that you're looking for.
Right.
Metal blades must be secured in the sheaths at all times. Again, we have Foam Forgeries there. I've got quite a few swords that I have bought from them, that I have received from them, and I mean, I use them on several of my cosplays. I've actually fenced with them. Matter of fact, last week I think I whacked Dennis with one of them.
Right. Almost lost my head on that.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Okay. Now, as for the pro cosplay, it's got to be at least 25% homemade. So.
Failure to comply with any of these rules will and may result, or may and will result in a removal from the show.
Yeah. You will not be refunded.
And you will not be allowed back in.
And
I don't care if you're out of costume and come back in plain clothes. You will not be allowed back in the show.
Right.
Failing to abide by the rules.
And the final rule is to have fun.
Yeah.
This is all common sense, guys. This is
yeah.
the way.
Let's get to the Katina.
The Katina?
The Katina.
Okay, we've lost Dennis again. What the heck?
Oh, Dennis, you're doing that gangster thing.
I'm doing that gangster.
Yeah, you need to do the gangster thing on the other side.
Like gangster.
Hi, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Okay, we want to thank our 3 contributors to the Cantina Cafe this year, which is Incredible Edibles, Villainous Grounds, and Cakes Reanimated. You want to go over the menu?
Sure. So anyway, the menu okay. The beverage options are Great Bunch. Here we have cocoa, hot or cold, blue milk, think of a swamp drink, and then for the sandwich options, we've got the Ronto wrap, the pork salad sandwich, Yoda's Lightsaber wrap, which is the vegetarian choice, and then we've got Darth Vader cake pops, lightsaber pretzel sticks, and character cookies.
And $5 cover charge to sit and relax in the cantina, payable at the cantina. Entry includes a beverage of your choice from the cantina. All items can be purchased without entry of the cafe for $5 each. Discounted with each, and it's discounted with
With
your entry into the cafe.
Right.
So we'll scroll down low. We'll scroll down here and look at
It shows
here's.
the pictures of what you can order.
Yeah, we just don't have the pictures of the suites, but food options and your drink options
Right.
from the cantina.
I think I might try it.
Oh, from what I've been told, it's been pretty good. Let's see, what else did we have? I think that was everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah. And like I said, if you got
Yeah.
any questions, there's links on there. You
Drink
can
it.
contact us. You can ask questions, whatever.
Yes, I'm going to aggravate her, and I'm leaving the countdown calendar
The pressure.
up. Ooh, I got the California howdy. Okay, I'll move it back this way. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So,
again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
yeah.
Whether you are biological or adopted dad or
Bonus dads.
bonus dads,
Bonus
you know,
foster
happy
dads.
foster dads, happy Father's Day.
Grandpas and
Yep.
uncles that take that role. Hey,
You know,
Adrian.
and I'll say happy Father's Day to my dad up in heaven. You know, it's one of those things. It's just because it's a Father's Day. Definitely I miss him tremendously.
So angel dads.
Yes, and angel dads. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, real quick.
You're,
I know.
Speaking of dads,
Uh-huh.
say hello to your son.
I did. I said hello, Adrian.
Oh, did you?
Hello, Adrian.
Okay.
See, I said it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
and you have to do it twice. You know,
oh,
just
yeah.
in case.
Uh,
It's kind of a law.
Yep. Let's see. We have now. I don't care. Apparently, this movie has bombed at the box office. We gotta let the cat out of the bag. The
Yeah.
Flash.
Right.
I broke
really
down.
liked the movie.
I broke down and went and seen it. I said I wasn't going to go see it, and wait. I was going to wait until it come out on DVD or out on streaming. Jess took me out for Texas Roadhouse and to go see a movie, and the movie was The Flash. I liked the movie. I did. I liked the
It
movie.
started a little slow, but then
I
which is
still,
funny for a Flash movie, but yeah.
I still hold with the fact it was good. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
Right.
and
There's things that they could have tweaked and made.
yes,
The CGI.
the
was
CGI,
passable.
was passable, but with the technology, I mean, come on, come on, Hollywood. We've got IA stuff that people do on their phone that looks better than what we got in the Flash movie.
They could
I'm sorry.
they could have made him look real.
We've got IA stuff that people do on their phone,
AI stuff.
or AI stuff that people do on their phone that looks 10 times better than what they show. And if you don't want spoilers, log off now. But please don't, because it's one of those things. It's an okay movie. Go out, go see it. And I didn't see it because of Ezra Miller. It's not, unfortunately, I know he gets money from it, from all the ticket sales and everything that come out. But you know what? Because if Ezra Miller was in any other production, especially Marvel, he would have been kicked to the side and it would have been done.
Right, they were.
I mean, just for allegations, they drop people like a bad habit over at Marvel.
Right.
I mean, come on. DC has been hit with so much controversy, whether it be on screen or even the actors off screen.
Right.
Come on. It just. I understand giving people a second chance. And I'm going to say this. I haven't met the man. I would love to meet the man. Because you're talking of success stories. Me being a cop, I love hearing success stories.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
100%. You know, that
Right.
guy, you know,
He had a fall from grace and he picked himself back up.
you know,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, I would love to meet him. I would love to shake his hand. You know, just not, you know, it's one of those things that I would love to actually sit down and hear his story if he would be willing to tell.
Right.
You know, I believe he's done it at different places now, but
Yeah.
I would love to hear his story.
That's not saying that Ezra can't bounce
No.
back.
Right.
It's just so new that it's kind of, you kind of got to give it the stink eye a little bit because,
Right.
you know, there's so much going on that
Hello again, Jody.
Hey, Jody.
when you hear about actors getting in trouble with the law, like for instance, the guy that plays Kang, Majors. Is his
Yeah.
Okay, that turned out he was the victim in that case. So, but Ezra's kind of a different cat here. So I'm kind of holding off on passing judgment or anything,
Right.
Because he's a good actor. And he's
How's this? When it, you know, no offense to Ezra Miller, and again, I think they could have done a better job on finding somebody better. I mean, I've said this since day one. I've said this since day one when they brought him into Justice League. They could have done a lot better than Ezra Miller. You know, his stuff with Fantastic Beasts and some of the other stuff I've seen him in. I mean, he's done, but him as Flash, I no, and I'm sorry. And you know what his running reminds me of, and I didn't think of this until just earlier today.
It looks like a guy who
No,
who's
I got
sleeping on
one.
the ice and he's trying not to.
I got
fall
one
down
better
his face.
than that. Okay, remember Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania?
Yeah, right.
Okay, the pinkish Jello blob looking dude.
Right.
That
I have holes. Yeah.
I have holes. Yeah, that dude. I don't remember his name. That's what Ezra Miller reminds me of
When he runs.
when he runs.
Right.
Literally. I mean, it's and running. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what this. It's like he's swimming.
Or like he's in the Olympics doing that
Yeah.
speed skating,
you know,
and stuff. Yeah.
no.
But he's.
But it was funny. But it was funny because watching that movie, you have the two Flashes.
Right.
The main Flash, Ezra Miller's main Flash in the movie,
Right.
runs with the little, like this.
Right.
The other Flash ran perfect, like that. You know, ran
Right.
how a runner should run. And it was just like, oh my God, what? It's like, okay, well, at least he knows how to run. Let's run.
Now this makes me.
What kind of comments have we got? I just saw.
They should have just used Henry Cavill for every part.
Now, okay,
Just-
Oh my gosh.
what? Now, I will say this much: the cameos that were in it were awesome.
Right.
And for people who want to know, Henry Cavill was actually in the movie twice, not just mentioned
But
as
while-
Superman,
Hi, Chelsea.
but he was,
Chelsea's on Facebook now.
Henry Cavill was in the movie twice.
Right.
So, but again, their CGI definitely could have been 10 times better.
Right.
And again, we're not breaking any spoilers because, I mean, it's went all over.
I would have rather that they use Grant Gustin.
Yeah. What? Somebody else said something, or something just popped up on it again.
Chelsea was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, honestly,
That was so wrong.
But it was one of those things. It was good to him finally after almost 30 years. It was good for him to actually get his just due. Well, it was good to see him get his just due because of him not getting to do it back in '98. He was able to do it,
To be honest,
Chelsea said her game is over and they won by one run, and that she was cackling and Mom had no idea.
Uh-oh.
The Nick Cage.
Yes. You know, he got his just due. He finally got to be not just the voice of Superman from the animated Teen Titans Go, but he actually got to do.
Right.
He actually got to be Superman.
I don't think he should have ever suited up as Superman.
I don't think so either. But
He doesn't have the look. He can do the sound of the voice, but as for actually being
the
live
face,
action
no.
Superman, no.
And I've said, and I've actually said that since day one. Nick Cage, no, doesn't have the look for it. But you know, I'm glad. But on a, not necessarily personal note, but you know, it's one of them. But as somebody that loved Superman, that had that, you know, that would have been almost like Brandon Fraser, because you know Brandon Fraser was in the top runnings at one point for Superman.
Yeah.
It would have been no worse than them putting Brandon Fraser in.
Right.
I would have loved it, you know.
Yeah.
Now, other than Nick Cage, I would have loved to have seen, you know, what happened to Kirk Allen.
Right.
What happened to, you know, Brandon Routh. You know, we didn't get to see
Right.
any of them in it. You know,
Brandon's
or Dean
kind
Cain.
of,
Or
he's kind
Dean
of the
Cain.
forgotten Superman.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Dean Cain
Dean Cain wasn't
yeah.
even in it. So, you know, that Tom Well, I can't.
Well, when you saw the different colored,
I think it would have done justice if they, you know, I think it would have done justice if they would have put Tom Welling in the Supermans. I would have went along with Tom
that,
Welling, but being in the super suit than Nick Cage.
I would rather see folks from the Arrowverse,
Mm-hmm.
you know, have Grant Gustin running in the Chrono Bubble and
Right. Well, they had
and they had Ted Sears
right who played
playing Jay Garrick version
Right.
Flash in the
in it. In
silver, the black and white
Right.
ball, you know, the gray ball, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I love that they put George Reeves in there, and then they put the Jay Garrick style Flash
and then
in there.
you had
which-
Adam West.
Right, Adam West, I like that. But
What happened in No Spoilers?
This is all already online. Did
Yeah,
somebody
right.
say no spoilers?
Right.
You guys said no spoilers, and then you're still putting it out there.
Okay, who cares? Go see the movie. Again, it's a good movie.
Chelsea said, would have been cool for us to be Superman and Supergirl at the theater with all those cameos.
Yes,
Right.
we tried doing it. It just we just never heard back from the theater. If definitely we will try. Hey, I will say this much: Superman Legacy, when it comes out, yes, I will be definitely dressed as Superman in 2025, going to the theater to see that one. That is a hands down that will happen. But seeing Christopher Reeve coming, it was my 5-year-old self jumped out of my body at that time when I saw Christopher Reeve, you know, gingerly float down to the rooftop.
Right.
That was
That was a good nod.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Karis has said that I need to get me the Michael Keaton Batman costume now. So.
yeah.
Stephen Wooden is watching.
Okay. Hey, Steven.
Hi, Steven.
No, on that note, again, go out and see it. Make your own choices, or make your own
Decisions on
it. Again, it was good. Wasn't one of the best. Wasn't one of their best, but
You know, for like DC has been saying that they're going to tie it all in together and make it all into one universe. This didn't seem like.
Be
it was
careful
really
driving home,
tackled.
Chels.
yes, be careful driving home.
Yes. It
But
didn't seem like it really tackled making that a reality.
no,
I mean,
I mean-
we've still got the Pattinson Batman. We've still got this. We've got
well, it does, you know, and like James Gunn said, it all gives the aesthetic of, you know, this is the open universe. You know, you have now you're literally, that's the reason why we can have 2 Batmans or 2 Supermans or 3
Right.
whatever, because it's still an open universe for you still got the multiverse that's open, or
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, that's the thing about the multiverse is that it gets really cluttered.
yep,
You know, that's why we've had all these crises in the comics, because comics were getting so cluttered. They would do something to a character in one comic book, and then in another comic
Yeah.
book, they totally
well that was
ignored it.
well
That's-
that was how right, that totally not, well that was how they brought back Jason Todd,
Right,
was because of Crisis.
right.
So
Yeah, but you're also the problem with it is that there were some characters that were extra and they didn't really add anything to the story.
Right.
So they had to either kill them off or make it where they never existed,
Uh-huh.
or and it turned into a big tangled mess that
Right.
they had to clean up. And so that's why they had the crisis, is so that they could merge the Earths and make it down to one. And then they reintroduced the multiverse again, and suddenly we're back to having a bunch of different stuff. I would have rather they made it all one universe and then did like an Elseworlds thing where, okay, or a what if series, or
Mhm.
something like that. So Marvel is kind of doing it right in the fact that they have a cohesive movie universe, but they also have the what if
they're
show.
out there, yeah.
They have the what if show so that they can toss in that, well, what if Peggy Carter had the super soldier suit?
Mhm.
What if Thor and Loki actually got along, and all this stuff.
Right.
So they could do that with DC, where they have one universe, but they could set it up to where they can have those world stories,
Mhm.
like a Black Superman, or
Right.
like a Calvin Ellis, or
Well, the thing is see, that's how Marvel ended up getting into the multiverse stuff. A lot of it was with their What If series.
right.
Right.
Right, so Marvel seems to be handling the multiverse a lot better in their way than DC is theirs. DC is like, Marvel's coming at it from, okay, we're starting out with one thing and branching out, whereas DC seems like they're just a tangled bramble bush, and you got to try to figure it out.
Well, like you said earlier, with James Gunn getting on, that was with James Gunn getting on and now taking over and going, you know what, we're scrapping everything, and then everybody we're scrapping everything, and then all of a sudden then he has to backpedal and says, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to name everything the Elseworld, and that
Right.
that way everything still exists, because he was ready to knock everything out of canon,
Right.
and because his own words at the beginning were knocking everything out of canon, and he goes, my story is what's canon. You can't do that. Again, you have I've got it right here.
But still,
Where's it at?
they were on the right track when they did Man of Steel.
Mhm.
Okay, then they had
Here, you have 85 years of this man right here.
right.
You have 85 years. The guy that created pretty much DC Comics. Okay.
And he put him on the map. Yeah.
he put DC Comics.
There've been other
There-
superheroes
right.
that have come
But
before him, but
This is the essential,
Quintessential.
quintessential guy.
existential.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Made DC Comics.
Right.
In 1938. Yes, there was other heroes before that, but this man did it. This man here is the flagship of DC Comics.
Right.
Get him back to that flagship. I don't care how they do it. You've got 85 years worth of history here that they can do it with. And it's
Well,
one of the things that
Well, see, the problem with DC is everything's a Batman flick or it's a Superman flick. Okay? We've got our Superman story. We had Christopher. We've got
right.
we've got our Batman Begins. Okay, let's focus on some of the other characters. Like we've got Wonder Woman, we've got Aquaman, we've got Flash.
Oh yeah.
Now we've got Blue Beetle that's
Right.
coming out. Okay, we need to start doing that where we start.
But again, here's my
I
thing.
would rather they draw from all of the. They've got a whole plethora of characters that
Exactly,
they can draw
yeah.
in. Let's see those guys.
I 100% I 100% agree with you. But the thing is you know, and this is where I'll go to bat for James Gunn.
Right.
You know, what he's doing, or what I've read that he's doing, and it may have changed a little bit. Blue Beetle is technically, and I read this in an article the other day, Blue Beetle is technically his first character being introduced into the MC or
Right.
DCU.
And
So
you never know, he might be like what Iron Man was to Marvel. So, from
So-
what I saw from the previews, did you see the previews?
oh yeah, previews
I'm
look,
definitely gonna
yeah,
watch
previews
everything.
look awesome.
Yeah.
But here's my thing though, you know, and I like the fact that when we get to see Superman Legacy, it's not a origin story. And that's another thing that I don't care for what you know.
So
You know, everybody, you know, going back to old Hollywood. You know, when they originally did George Reeves, okay, in the TV show, you know, we got an origin story,
right.
okay? When we got Christopher Reeve, we got an origin story. When we got, you know, Christopher Gerard, when we got, you know, Superboy, in the Superboy TV series, there was the hint of a origin story. You look at Dean Cain, Superman. You had an origin story in it. Everything. Man of Steel. Love the movie. You have an origin story in it.
Right.
So everything, you know, we all know who Superman is. You know, that's one thing I love about Batman's the same way.
Right.
Every time they recast Batman and want to restart DC canon with Batman,
Right.
we get an origin story.
Right.
We know who the
know-
character
we
is.
know
Same
that
way
the
with Wonder
parents are
Woman.
dead, yeah.
Right. Same way with Wonder Woman.
Who do we still have with us on both platforms?
I'm probably one of them.
So it's one of them that you get. So I love the fact that with James Gunn, we're getting different characters in,
Right.
and you know, we're getting origin stories per se for different characters,
Right.
not our tentpole characters, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Well, technically, we are getting a little bit of an origin story with Wonder Woman.
I would think that the best way for them to proceed, like Superman Legacy, that's going to be a story that's not an origin story.
Mm.
Okay. Sort of like Pattinson's The
Batman, yeah, it's supposed to be
Yes,
almost
yes.
like Superman Year One,
Right.
basically.
Right. You know. So, yeah. We know the backstories. Let's see them in action, how they would operate
Right.
in a normal, everyday kind of.
So who else we got on? Who all we got on here? Anybody got any questions?
Like, I mean, Wonder Woman, they started out like gangbusters. 1984,
Mm-hmm.
not really feeling it. But,
Looks like we're going to have a good crew for July 3rd.
Awesome.
Michael Stogner, I
Hey.
think I said that right, is watching.
Hey, Michael. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'd love to change up the subject a little bit. I know I got X-Men Gambit stuff out here.
Right
Gambit's
now
all
we're
over.
right now we're looking at probably about 8 characters for July 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Awesome.
who all we got?
Yeah, who are we looking at being up here? Character-wise.
Poison Ivy, Logan, The Mask,
Logan.
Wolverine, Logan.
Who's doing Logan?
Wyatt.
Really?
Awesome.
All right.
I'm going on a wild guess here that you're probably going to be doing Cap,
Probably, yeah.
and then you got to figure out what you're doing. Are you doing Soups?
I'll probably, more likely, I'll do Soups.
Okay, and then Nathan.
I'm sorry, my Star Wars character.
Nathan
is
and
going-
Tabby may be joining us.
My Star Wars character is going to be a debut at Heroes for Kids Comic Con, so I don't want to give a spoiler out.
Right, right,
Got my new saber in.
right.
Have I showed it to you? Dude, the sucker looks sweet.
I don't think you should.
Doesn't it,
You
Jess?
are not going to get it right now.
No, I will
No,
get it
no.
because it'll take me 30 minutes to get up and back down here.
Yeah.
Trust me. Me trying to get up the steps and back down here is a job and a half.
But anyway.
So yeah, debuting my Star Wars character for Heroes for Kids Comic Con. So gonna be awesome.
At least that is the plan.
Yeah.
Speaking of the mask, did you see that mage?
Logan.
Did you see that mage's take on?
Yes, I have. I've seen that a couple times. Yeah, he does
that
it
was
awesome.
good. Yeah. That guy, he's insane the way he.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, when you have friends, yes, he does. He does a lot of it himself too. But when he has friends that does it, that's their.
Thing.
Bread and butter.
Yeah. I wish I had.
Wish
I
we lived closer to our friends that
do that kind of stuff.
could
we
fabricate
have-
the way
we
they do.
have-
I would
Big-
love it. I would love it if he came to Perryville for the fireworks thing, dressed as Darkseid. Go out on the ball field and go. You will kneel before me. You will become.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, Jeff, man, he was cutting her. I got a fool on it.
I tied him up with blue streamers,
Yeah. He's
And then
going
we
around
made
that
it-
balloon. He is making.
and then we made a kid. Then we had a kid help him get untangled. It was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious. Anybody got anything?
Any questions or comments or
You only have one problem with that costume, with the mask on. You couldn't understand it. Okay. Oh, my daughter sent a photo.
Right. We have a well. How's this? We'll do a little bit of comic book stuff. I know I've got Gambit stuff out here, which again, an awesome read. The Gambit story, which takes place after Uncanny X-Men 266, 267. It's the called Thick as Thieves, written by Chris Claremont. It is again, but it's got some pretty cool characters, new characters that were introduced into it. So you can get the trade paperback at your, more than likely at your local comic book stores for $15, $60. So awesome. So it's a good read. But got another one I read for all the Batman people out there. We will look at this one. It is called Batman Fortress. We just got into that one. I just got this one the other day. This is the trade paperback, or actually hardbook back. Just got into this one a little bit. So far, it's been a good read. Batman teams up with Lex Luthor in it because there is an invasion on Earth from an alien race that is hunting Superman for crimes that the L family did. They were actually war criminals in this story. And
Is this an Elseworlds?
yes, yes.
Okay.
It is like an Elseworld story, and I won't. They do end up finding Superman. They find the fortress, and basically, they have trouble finding Superman. They locate the fortress, and battle ensues, whole 9 yards. They find Superman, and I'll leave it at that. So, good read. So check it out. It's called Batman Fortress.
So in other words, the alien invasion, and they throw money at the problem. because it's Luther.
Honestly, yes. I will have to say I will give that. It is a and again it's a good read.
Right.
I don't want to spoil it because again, if anybody hasn't read it, like I said, it's worth a read. It's one of them Batman. You know, it's one of those things. Oh my God, you know, it's Superman's the, you know. Wait a minute, you know, and they do the little bit of that. Well, Superman was not. No, Batman even says in it while they're trying to argue with them. It was like Superman wasn't even part of it because you know Superman was. You know, Superman got flown. You know, when Krypton exploded, he come to Earth, and Superman actually knew about the history of the Elf family. And that's one of the reasons why he becomes pretty much Superman on Earth.
Okay.
Instead of being a tyrant like he was, like his family was on Krypton.
Okay.
And but one of the decrees in this is that they are to hunt the galaxy for anybody under the L moniker or the L bloodline.
Right.
And regardless whether or not they were born of Krypton or wherever, if they are part of the L bloodline, they are responsible for their ancestors' crimes.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, like that would be like hunting you down for something your grandpa did.
Right. But apparently, according to the decree on it,
right? They want to wipe
and
out
they
the
end up
bloodline because they think they're bad seed or
right.
something.
And they end up they end up finding they do find a solution. They do find a solution in it. So
okay. You're talking Lex and Bats. Right? Find a solution. Or does
well, how's this?
Superman come up with it?
There's a collective solution.
Okay.
And Luthor gets what he's got coming to him. I'll just throw that out there.
Well, he always says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but again, it's a good read. I've read a little bit of it. See, since we've got the X-Men stuff up here, another good classic one. This is an Epic Collection, X-Men Legacies trade paperback. This one here is $45. Get it at your comic book stores or a bookstore. This is actually a real good one here. It's based off of a lot of the older comic books back in the 90s. So that was a good one as well. Let's see, there's my Superman, Batman, Spawn, Superman again, Turtles, Batman and Spawn. Awesome artist and writer, independent guy. Les Garner's Apocalypse Girl. Good read. This is volume 1. Matter of fact, we've even got an original piece of artwork from him. So of Apocalypse Girl. So, and then we'll flip it back to DC, the DC Ruby collection. Which is a good read. Then you have back to Marvel, Age of X. Yes, that is Gambit in the center holding a rifle. He charges up the bullets and uses it is. It's cool. But it's during the. It's like what is it? I think it's Legion actually helps do this. All the X-Men characters go by different code names and almost like an Age of Apocalypse type storyline. So yeah, it's during the X-Men Legacy books or series. And then yes, I do have the Age of Apocalypse series too, which is a good set as well. Yeah. So, I don't know, what time is it?
It's about
8:30.
8:30. We got 30 more minutes. on
Chaotic
here.
Cat Cosplays joined us
Who?
on Instagram. Chaotic Cat Cosplay.
Chaotic Cat Cosplay. Awesome. If you have any questions, please let us know.
I'll be right back.
You'll be right back. I will be right back.
Keep the fort.
Keep the fort. Well, yeah. Any questions for me while Dennis is, So, yes, Gambit is one of my favorite characters. I have been following him since, since 1990. So, I've always loved the character. Oh, Gambit dropped a card. Thank God it didn't blow up.
Better not.
And yes, for everybody to see, yes, I can charge cards. Just set them there. Just hopefully they don't blow up on me. What? Somebody have something? Another photo? Okay. Nice. Instagram or Facebook? Okay. But no,
If you're still here, let us know.
yeah, here, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Like any questions on what we've got coming up, some stuff about the Comic-Con. Yes.
For the first time this year at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, you can stop by the Heroes for Kids booth / information booth / silent auction, and we will have 50/50 tickets.
Ooh.
So we're hoping to raise a lot of money with that.
Yeah, we will have 50/50 tickets available as well. So that'll be cool. Again, we are down to 25 days, and here are our 4 main guests. Mark Dotson, Alan Fernandez, C. Andrew Nelson, and Wyatt Weed. Again, it's going to be an awesome show. Definitely, again, I look forward to every year to be able to put this on, and I don't doubt Nick, Jess, Mary Jo, and David, or not Nick, Dennis, Jess, and everybody. Hey, Adrian. No, it's just one of them things. Just looking forward to seeing everybody, all the people that come out and hang out with us, and again, everybody that comes out and does this, not only our vendors, but the special guests, and just everybody comes out. We have fun doing this at this show. Oh, my little poochie came down. So, yes, Gambit's cards are blowing on the table.
Yes, you powered them up. didn't
Yes,
you?
I powered them up.
Okay.
But no, anybody's got any questions, please let us know. We would love to hear from you. I mean, any. See, Dennis, you got any costumes? Let's see. Let's fill this one out. You have any costumes that you're working on besides your galactically green Star Wars character?
Right. I'm looking into doing a Zorro costume because
The Gay Blade.
no, not the Gabriel.
Okay.
No. Hey, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm looking at upgrading Karis' mask for her Huntress costume.
Okay.
So.
What? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just thinking about something that my ex-wife said. She said, "You go to movies with your dad?" She said, "Yeah." What are you gonna go see? The Flash. Oh. I don't know if she expects me to see something like Bridges of Madison County or I don't know, but Karis actually likes superhero movies, so.
Now I want to go see.
The Little Mermaid.
No.
Transformers.
Transformers. I want to see Transformers Ride of the Beast. I actually have the original Transformer Optimus Primal. I actually have the original Optimus Primal Transformer.
Okay.
From like the, what is that, late 80s, early 90s. I still have it to this day. All the pieces, not in a box, not in the original, not in a box anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I've got a pretty good extensive collection, and yeah, I have Optimus Primal in my collection of other Transformers.
Okay.
Now the Transformer collection I got, my son graciously gave those to me.
Okay.
He got tired playing with them. I don't know if it was the fact that they were just too hard to. I mean, well, the thing was, it was the easy ones that were fine, but then when you got to the deluxe ones that you tried to transform, or whether it be the robot or back to the vehicle, there was some of them that were so complex. Once you took them apart, once you untransformed them, you couldn't transform them back.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, so we finally just got them. Well, we got them to the point to where we'd get them back to either we would ask if he wanted them in the robot form or the vehicle form, and we would just display them because they were that meticulous on trying to transform them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, he's standing.
Hey,
Behind
Jonathan.
He's standing behind the camera, laughing and shaking his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, they were bad. So he turned and he goes, "Here, Dad." He goes, "I don't want these anymore. Here you go. You can have them. Put them in your collection." So yeah, I've got all the Transformers. Some of his Ninja Turtles. I think that's all. Don't I? My goodness.
I think the only things you got, I believe, are all the Transformers that I had,
And I think I got a few of your
and
Ninja
maybe one or two of the Turtles.
Turtles. Yeah. So and your GI Joes. You had
Yeah.
Snake, yeah. I've got those. He
Because
goes, Dad,
that's-
I don't want these anymore. Here, add these to your collection. Okay, so
Yeah.
I've got I've got 2 shelves over there with all all Adrian's Transformers.
Jonathan.
Some of
Hey,
them,
Jonathan, how's it
are
going?
actually transformed, and the others are still in vehicle.
So again, Jonathan's on here, the director, producer, founder, writer of Bridges Imaging Productions. He's also the writer of 13th Darkness.
Right.
So awesome series being filmed here in Perryville, in Cape, some places over in Illinois. We just got done filming a small scene Thursday night down in Cape, so looking forward to getting back in front of the camera again, and even helping behind the camera as well. So how was your
The auditory experience.
yeah, auditory experience?
That was actually kind of cool, kind of seeing how they did it, and like I said before, you'd be surprised what people mutter under their breath when they think nobody's listening. It's just like, I was just like, okay. You want to walk like an Egyptian? Yeah. But
Oh,
yeah.
I guarantee Be Real. I guarantee there was some good stuff for the Be Real.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Elizabeth makes a blooper reel that.
Jonathan says he used to have all the He-Man and She-Ra figures.
I used to have all the He-Mans. I still have my original Thunder Punch He-Man, and I still have my original Battle Cat. Now, granted, I don't have any of the armor anymore, but I still have the original Battle Cat.
Okay.
My original Battle Cat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I just bought for Father's Day. Just got me a new figure while we were in Arnold. It was the 40th anniversary. Huh? It was the 40th anniversary. Go ahead, it's right behind you on the shelf, right behind the dragon.
When we were in Festus.
When we were in Festus. Yep, that's it. It's the since you said He-Man, it is and it's got the facial features of the original He-Man from back in 82, 83, but it's a taller figure. It's got all the opposable joints and everything, but it's the 40th anniversary Masters of the Universe He-Man figure. I guess it's about 10, maybe 8 to 10 inch tall figure. So I thought that was pretty cool. She got that for me for Father's Day. I have always been a He-Man fan, and it's one of those things. Just helping add to my collection. That was pretty cool. So yeah, that was. Don't you bird.
Jonathan said he had all the castles and everything.
Yeah, I don't have any. Well, I've got one castle now, and
You
it's
don't have
one
Snake Mountain though.
Snake Mountain. I remember the original Snake Mountain had the little microphone in it that you could talk to, and that was pretty cool. Let's see. Now I've got the new Castle Grayskull from the 2012 series. When they brought the 2012 cartoon series out, I've got almost 90% of that toy line, and I've got Castle Grayskull for it.
Okay.
There was only just a few of those. I've also got take that back. When they relaunched the commemorative edition of the original figures, I've got about 90% of those as well. So yeah, I do have some of the original figures, but it's the commemorative set. So, and I've got a few of them that are signed. So, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's. So yeah, I've got a few of my original action figures still that I've had when I was knee high to a grasshopper, and yes, I actually do have my original Gambit figure too. My mom took me to Blast from the Past, Toys R Us, and South County, matter of fact, Toys R Us, and it somewhat resembles this Gambit here, but it was the 12-inch figure in box. As a matter of fact, still got the box for it, the whole 9 yards, and. You know, yeah, I had that one. I got that figure on my way back home from the hospital after having a knee surgery. I was in high school when that happened. So, yeah, so that was so Mom took me to Toys R Us, and yeah, she told me I could pick anything I wanted, within reason,
Yeah.
in the toy store.
I'll take the
whole toy store. And yeah, so Gambit, that Gambit.
And you'd got Gib slapped.
Huh?
And you'd got Gib slapped.
I probably would have gotten Gib slapped. Yeah. So yeah, Gambit. So that Gambit figure was one of my first X-Men figures that I bought. That was given to me, bought. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty. I mean, right now I've got comic books laying all over the place right now because I'm in the middle of reorganizing some stuff.
Right.
So
yeah, if only somebody'd remember to pick up short boxes.
Yeah, I need a few more short boxes so I can start my collection again. So I can start organizing my collection again. So. Yeah. What do you have?
What do I have?
Yeah. What out of your collection of knickknacks, toys, comics, whatever the case may be, do you have anything from your childhood within your collection?
From within my childhood, not really, because mom kind of.
I mean, now this is pretty old. I mean, it might be the old
Yeah.
wooden wind-up duck that you
wood burning action figures.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he remember back in the day when I used to have the big metal tube and you whacked it with a stick going down the street. Was that you?
no,
That wasn't
Hey.
you.
that was back in my dad's time.
Have a good night.
But yeah, no.
That was our son leaving for work.
But
well,
like I had the first aid issues of Spider-Man. My mom after this.
oh, Mom.
Yes.
So
So she was like, "Okay, you're too old for toys. You're too old for comics." But then now I do this, and she's all like, "Well," which is weird because when they're down at the senior citizen center, Dad tells everybody I'm Captain America. Mom says,
Yeah.
no, he's Batman. So that's the argument they had.
You're Captain Batman.
I'm Captain Bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know,
they-
that was.
I mean, I've got toys from '89 on when the movie came out. I started collecting
Right.
those stuff, but yeah, I always seem to have a problem securing room for all of this stuff. So I've got totes of stuff that if I need my own building to just set up all my stuff instead of having it in storage.
Well, this isn't a measuring contest, but how's my collection compared to yours?
Yours is about a third bigger than mine.
Underneath the tables are packed too.
Okay, it's about
And I've
it's
got-
about twice as big as mine then.
I've got.
And all that over there.
I've got like 8 or 9. Well, I've got 1, 2.
Okay, then we're talking. Yeah, we're talking. You're probably twice as big as mine. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But as it is, you know, I live in that duplex, and
Yeah.
my landlords, who also happen to be my parents, who live on the other side of the duplex. Every once in a while, when they have somebody come over to, like spray for bugs or whatever, there's this one guy. He brought his son with him.
Yeah.
And, so the boy was about 6, and he got to looking at my Batman stuff, and a little bit of drool comes down. Can I play with this?
No. Oh yeah, I had.
Jonathan's commented, I think.
Oh wait, what? Jonathan comment?
I got more filming and photography than both of you, LOL.
Oh, I definitely. Well, you
Looking for 13 Darkness figures to be made.
Hey,
Hey, yeah.
Sheriff Luther Johnson.
Got a gun, steak with a
What a hammer and a stake.
yeah. And then Drew McCoy in a house coat, ascot. Got a knife.
Smoking a pipe.
comes with detachable hookers.
Oh. Moving on.
Moving on.
Cannot take these two anywhere.
Has accessories. Just leave it at that.
You're not helping.
Velcro pants.
Really not
That ain't
helping.
easy. Ah.
Luther Johnson comes with a badge, for the little kid to wear and whatnot. You don't want to know what goes with my figure. Anyway.
Okay.
Not sure how the Drew McCoy figure would work. Sorry.
Oh, is that what? Is that what Jonathan said?
Yeah.
Dude, you were just so SOL.
I guess so, yeah. Watch it be the best.
He's going to be the pimp carrying the knife.
Did you know that?
To what?
He's going to be the pimp carrying the
The
knife.
pimp carrying a knife.
Yeah. Turns out
He's got to have the huge pink hat with the feather in it. That's his accessory.
wearing a fur coat.
Yep.
And when you open it up, he's in a set of boxers.
Speedo.
Speedo.
Oh my God, no.
And it turns out it's the best-selling one in the toy line.
I need some acid for my brain.
Need some Brillo pads to scrub your eyes when you
Oh.
see it.
With the dad bod. It can't be something chiseled. It has to be the dad bod.
Yeah.
We want the figures to sell.
Oh, well, I mean, dad bods are in now.
Yes.
We just haven't figured out why he hasn't gotten anywhere, but.
Well, it's because all the women my age are either psycho, ugly, or dead. Or all three.
Or married.
I'm married. Yeah.
Married and psycho.
Married is what made him psycho.
What are you saying about my wife?
I say nothing.
I am perfectly normal.
You married me. You're not normal.
Depends on your definition of normal.
But
I guess
Yeah.
more specifically, depends on my definition of normal.
boy, that makes me worry now.
It should.
Oh Lord. No, we have fun. That's the whole purpose
Yeah.
of this. Again, with Heroes for Kids Comic Con, all the events we get to go out to, and if anybody wants us to come out to any events, please holler at us. Jonathan's getting cast and crew to come out to cons as well, so you guys can meet the cast, so people can meet the cast and crew. And I know I will probably be at some of them, some of the shows. If when we, if I'm not doing the show as Heroes for Kids, and even if I am there and he's there as with 13th Darkness, I will do double.
Depending
duty.
on how busy we are,
Yeah,
you'll
depending
bounce
on
back
how
and
busy
forth.
We will be.
If we're not busy, we can.
Yeah, because I did that a little bit last year at SEMOCon.
Yeah.
I actually dressed up as Sheriff Johnson and hung out at their booth for a little bit, and actually it was pretty good. Ended up doing the panels, so that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Well, we may have to make Drew to have a detachable head so Sheriff Johnson can knock it off every once in a while.
have Luther Johnson with that thunder, like
I've
what
been
they
still
used to have.
talking though.
Remember the He-Man figures where they had that thunder punch action?
Yeah.
You gotta have it where Luther Johnson's arms come up and pow, and you see his head go. I see the perfect. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't take much. I mean, now you just have to make sure that Luther Johnson and the and the Drew character are height accurate.
We don't want it to make it look like you're smacking a kid. Come on. We already have the picture of Gambit sitting by a toddler Wolverine.
Now, come on. Now,
You guys are never gonna let that go.
Now,
Are
you
you?
got it. Now, I will say that was an awesome photo shoot we did.
Yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing about this photo shoot. And okay, now
I have the right to never let that one go because I almost fell off the freaking cliff laughing so hard.
she's got a move. Okay, so we are at we're doing a Friends Day out at one of the conservation places in over in Illinois.
Right.
And we do we did or didn't have it. It was up to us if we wanted to take cosplay costumes out.
Right.
So we did. So we get out there, and I think you only stayed the one day. Jess and I stayed
Right.
overnight.
Right.
Well, so we all jumped into our costumes. You did Wolverine.
Right.
I did Gambit.
Right.
And while we were doing our photos, somebody pointed out that there was a dam over there. We took some down by where the water was at.
Right.
and
There was
then-
even a bridge going across.
yeah, the bridge. We took some on the bridge. Now the whole
we had
thing.
Jason and the Jeepers Creepers. And,
Oh, yeah,
And Scooby Doo and yeah. we
Yeah.
had-
Now the funny thing was, me dressed as Gambit, Dennis dressed as Wolverine. Our height wise fits it perfect in the comic book because of Wolverine's not the Hugh Jackman size. He's actually a short guy.
Yeah.
Gambit is over 6 foot. So I mean, it worked out great when we do our photos. I love it.
Right.
So when we get over there, it's like, man, I got a cool photo. I want to do a training photo. So, and it's us on the dam, and it's about as wide as the table here.
Right.
So, as we walk over there, we get over, and I want to say this. He comes over and goes, "Are you sure?" He goes, "I really don't want to do this photo." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" I said, "It's a cool photo. It had a cool backdrop because behind us was a mossy lagoon and trees and all that."
Right.
this is the first time he walks up and tells me, I'm afraid of heights. I'm like, okay, hey, we can work on this. I'll put you at the lower end of the dam where it's closer to the ground. Well, Dennis and I start walking across the dam, and we get set up on the photos.
And I don't even look this way.
Yeah, he didn't even look this way,
Yes.
and neither
I'm just
do I, because
concentrating on keeping
I'm
my
paying attention to Dennis.
Right.
Okay, and I you know, so we get, and I turn around and we go into action pose, training pose.
Right.
So when we get done, I look down and I went, oh crap. Dennis is oblivious at this point, I think, and because
Either that or
if
he's
you-
concentrating really,
either
really
that
well.
or you're
I'm
concentrating
concentrating on-
freaking really hard.
I'm concentrating on buzzing that out.
Because
concentrating over here.
with even after telling him that I'm going to give him the closer end of the ground, he's still at the highest point of the dam,
Right.
the furthest away from the ground.
Right.
So we get the photo shoots done, or get photos done.
Well, I think what helped was the fact that one side was not.
Was,
if
yeah,
it would have been a drop off on both sides,
You wouldn't
there
have
would
done
have
it.
been no way I'd have got on that thing.
So we get done with the photos on the dam, and then we walk over to the one area to where Jess can get set up on the cliff, or not the cliff, but
The slope.
the slope. So while she's getting ready to get the phone ready to take these photos, Dennis and I
Sit down.
sit down on the edge. Now, again, I am closer to the end of the dam where it meets to level ground. Dennis is still over here,
Right.
where the slope is still going downwards toward the bottom of where the
Right.
lagoon was at. So Jess takes the photo and then just about falls down the hill, down the embankment, laughing so hard because I am stretched completely out almost, feet on the ground, and Dennis is sitting on the end of on the edge right next to me, and his feet look, it literally looks like Gambit is sitting next to a kid cosplayer dressed as Wolverine, just doing it with his feet just dangling. You can't make this stuff up.
But it was comic accurate.
Oh yeah, it was comic accurate. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, it was one of those things. Yeah, seeing the photo, me talking about it is one thing. Looking at the photo is priceless.
Right.
Because you've, like I said, you got Little Wolverine and Gambit, and it just, yeah, it was just priceless. Any questions or anything?
Which
Nope.
is funny because when you look in the Marvel handbook, it says that Gambit is like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, 6'2", yeah, about my height,
He's
right?
almost your height. Whereas Wolverine is closer
Like
to
5'6",
like 5'4", 5'5",
5'4", yeah.
somewhere in that neighborhood. So I'm like 3 to 4 inches taller than the comic book Wolverine.
I'm like an
And
inch,
you're
1
like
to
an
2
inch
inches.
So
yeah.
so our deer market heights, it's appropriate.
Right.
And that's what made it funny. But her, she
It was just, what'd you do, post the photo?
No.
Oh,
and everybody
But
was
just-
everybody's brutal, man.
oh yeah, you know,
Where'd you find the kid?
where'd you find the kid at? Oh man, yeah, those are,
Hi, Robert.
Robert.
Cox.
Hey Rob, what's going on? Did you get your email?
He
Hopefully
probably
you
hasn't
did.
checked it.
Huh? Do what?
I said he probably hasn't checked it.
Just sent you the email, you and Mary Jo, those emails that we're talking about.
Mary Jo already liked it.
Okay. So yeah, any questions on what time is it? It's probably getting close.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
Okay. Anybody got any questions or anything, any comments or anything? Looking forward to final touches, hopefully here before too long on my Star Wars character. So
You'll have to integrate the boot.
Nope, I will not. As long as I'm up moving around and doing stuff, I don't have to integrate the.
As long as you
brace.
have your insoles in.
As long as I've got my insoles in my boots, I'll be fine.
Talk to you later, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan.
Yeah, I'll see you later, Jonathan. We'll get with you later.
He was going to take a call, so.
But as long as I've got my insoles in my boots or my shoes, I should be fine out walking around doing my normal stuff. The boot, again, I have to ice it, therapy, and then wear this little brace on my foot when I get home. So it's
So no surgery or surgery later?
We don't know.
knock on wood. Knock on wood, no surgery. So we're trying the less abrasive,
Invasive.
okay, less invasive stuff on it right now. So hopefully everything works out to where I don't have to have surgery. If I do, I'll be set up for who knows how long. So we will be asking for volunteers to help us definitely with setup, tear down, and getting product from show to show. If I do have to have, just because if I have to have surgery, it will not stop us from doing shows.
Right.
So it will not stop Superman. Maybe I may have to do a different character, or not cosplay and have to sit behind the table the whole time. But again, it's one of those things. Right now, we did find out a few other things that was going on, but the doctor didn't seem too worried about the other deals that were going on.
No.
But she's more worried about getting me out of pain right now, and that this is the first step, is trying to go through the therapy and stuff. The therapy, some medication, and wearing this boot, or the not
Splint.
boot, but splint on my foot. So, and again, the thing is getting used to it.
Right.
So I'm still trying to get used to it. So that's the
Well,
the
you
hard
just
part
got
of
it today.
I mean, I just got it today.
Right.
So
But still walking around with your foot up like that.
I walk around. Honestly, it's funny. I'm trying to walk around, but it's one of those I have to laugh about it because I have RoboCop, and I almost have to walk like I am in the RoboCop suit with the boot on, or with the brace on. So I can walk in it, and it doesn't hurt as bad, but
It's still not
as
easy.
you aren't running like the Flash.
oh, I definitely ain't right. I definitely don't. Or yeah.
I got holes.
I'm sorry. That literally, that's what it reminded me of when I saw the Flash running, especially in that scene where he's trying to run out of the museum,
Right.
and or not the museum, the lab, where he's trying to run, where they're trying to escape from the lab.
Right. So he's running around.
And
in
he's
circles.
running around in circles, and yeah, it
And
was
runs
just.
to the wall.
I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, and that was the first thing I thought of, was the little pink Jello dude. I've got holes. That was the first thing I thought of. I
Then
wanted
you
to
realize that I'm going to be researching on physics to see if a person was able to run that fast. Would it be where each step would carry him half a mile, or would he be like doing like Grant Gustin, where he's like pinwheeling?
I don't know.
I'm curious as to how that would work. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
so, I mean, I kind of like the fact that when he runs, it's almost slow motion, but it's fast motion.
Yeah.
You see everything zipping by him. But then again, I'm also used to Grant Gustin, where it's not everything zipping by him, he's zipping by everything.
Right.
Yeah. It's sort of like when Spider-Man swings, you know. You can see him as he's doing this,
Yeah.
or you could just see him doing this. you
Right.
know, where you're not moving, but he is.
Right.
Or you can follow along with him and
Yeah.
like you're doing it too. I guess it all depends on that, but I'm still curious as to if a person could run faster than the normal human, would his stride carry him further, or would he take as many steps as he would if he was going at a slower speed?
I think-
it's just he's gaining more distance.
I would look at it as a rotation of a tire.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at a rotation of a tire, the faster the tire goes, it's not like you get far. The faster you go, the farther you get.
Right.
But the wheel is the same spin, no matter what the speed
Right.
is.
Exactly.
That tire is only going to go as far as the surface.
Right. And
When it
I
rolls.
would look at it. I would look at it as that because again, you know, if you, so you're going to. He's probably going as far as his feet. So once a foot takes it, once he plants a foot, the other foot's going to follow, and I think that's it. I mean, because the way I mean, it would almost be if you're looking at him doing almost a mile in one stride. That's almost leaping,
Right.
not necessarily.
Well, you got to wonder, as you speed up, your mass increases. If your mass increases, when you push off, does it give you more force? And if it gives you more force, does that cause you? Because remember, he's running to where his legs are
He's
out.
sprinting, right?
Yeah, he's running along, and but how much force is he pushing off with that one foot that's behind him?
But the problem is
As
it's not
he's
necessarily.
running?
Yeah, but
But remember, he's putting out.
yeah, but is it force? But again, he's not real strong, so it's the force after he takes off.
Right, but like I said, you got to figure in mass, you got to figure in density, you've got to figure in drag, you've got to. Speed force kind of takes away all of that,
Right.
You know, so that's the thing. What is the dynamics?
I don't
Forcing
think one
pounds
stride.
away.
I don't think it would mean. I don't think it would mean one.
Well,
I
you
don't
notice,
think
you
it
notice
would
how
be
when
one stride would equal
notice how
a
when-
mile.
You know how notice how when he goes like this, the road went. I'm wondering what that's all about. You know,
Yeah,
if it's like
I think that's just movie magic. That
yeah.
because if you look at the way he is in the comic books, it doesn't do it that way.
I
in the
think
comic
they
book
did
either.
that. I think they did that to give the illusion that okay,
That
when they
that's
start
his,
off on the
that's
speed,
his perception.
that's his perception, and it gives the illusion of super duper speed
Yeah.
when he finally does take off. Yeah, and I do like that they.
Yeah.
You saw it kind of firsthand with.
But again, well, because if you go by a stride equals a mile, then that would almost eliminate him at full speed or whatever you would consider before hitting, that would almost eliminate him trying to go up the sides of buildings because he would do it he wouldn't even be stepping.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Because you're looking at him slowing down the ball.
That's where force comes into play. If you're going to run up the side of a building,
He
he's
would do
gotta
it in
hit a
one
certain-
leap.
He can hit it. Well, you can hit your stride as long as the pounds per square inch matches. He could get enough speed to run up the side. Basically, it would be like you running at a wall and say it's only 10 foot high. And you parkour it. Yeah.
But again, you're still but that parkour isn't good night, Tyson. That part of doing a parkour, it's not it's stepping. It's not
Look,
it's almost a jump, not necessarily a
Well, what he's doing is when he runs at, say, a building and he's running up the side of the building, he is fighting the gravity.
right. But
Number one.
but
And number two, between the speed and the mass,
mhm.
he's exerting enough force as he's running up the wall to be able to run up the wall.
But again, if you're saying at full speed, or not necessarily full speed, you're talking the way his stride is, does one stride equal a mile? You know, you don't have a building that's a mile high.
Right.
So if he runs up the building
Well, see,
by within one show, but he's going to literally have to change speed, density. I mean, you're looking at,
and he probably does that.
or he's going to end up,
subconsciously.
or he's going to run completely through it, or he's going to overshoot the building,
Which is probably why
because
he learns.
he'll be in like the second step, and he's like, oh crap! I'm almost in like the atmosphere, and yeah.
Well, I'm sure. Well, it's like driving a car. Once you get used to doing it, he'll be like, okay, I gotta go so fast to get up it, and okay, now I'm at the roof. Now I gotta.
So, but I think where we're looking at it is I think it's I think it's more like a rotation of a tire. The more force you put into it, the
I'm
faster
not
it's going to
entirely
go.
convinced, maybe, but I'd have to look into it. I'll have to look into the physics of it, because you got to remember. Remember when he took the original Barry and put him behind that thing, and he went, bleh, he threw up all over the. Okay. He was lucky throwing up was all he did. Technically, that should have snapped his neck.
Oh yeah.
But the reason it didn't, I guess, is the speed force. When
Right.
Flash grabs hold of somebody and zips them, the speed force kind of takes and throws
I don't
that
know.
out the window.
Yeah.
So like in the Flash TV show, when you saw that guy get hit by a car and he's flying through the air, and Flash comes running up and he grabs him and sets him on the sidewalk.
Oh, right.
And goes, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Okay. Yeah. Technically, that should have broke every bone in that guy's body.
Oh, definitely.
And you know, you saw Flash running along, and they said if you run fast enough, your mass increases. You can hit him with an infinite mass punch.
Right.
So the first time he hit him, he broke his arm, and he's like, ah. He goes, "I gotta do it again." So he ran and he punched him with the other one. But this time he got enough speed in that
Right.
he basically knocked the guy's block off. You know, so it has
Oh,
something.
and
There's a whole bunch of factors
Right.
that play into it.
Well, how's this? With that being said,
Right.
If somebody can find us out the answer to that,
I would love to know the answer to that.
please hit us up. And now with it being a little over 9 o'clock,
Right.
Jess, do you have anything for our viewers on both Facebook and Instagram?
Nope.
Okay. Buy tickets.
Buy tickets.
Yeah.
Come
We've
to the
still
Heroes
got
for
a few
Kids Comic Con.
VIPs
Yes.
Let's get them things sold. Get you in the door. Once again,
Happy Daddy Day.
happy Daddy Day to all of you. To my kids, I love you. You're awesome. And you know, like Darren yesterday, I gave him a hug and I said, "Thank you for giving me a reason to be able to celebrate Father's Day." And he looked at me and he was going, okay. So
Right.
he gave me a hug. So it's all good. And
Yeah.
and Karis, you know, she's my special little angel. She's the apple of my eye. And love her to bits. So I got two really good kids. And I'll give props to their mom. She's pretty nice too. She's a good mom, and
Yeah.
I don't want her to get
It takes two. It
Yeah.
takes two.
It takes two, and you know, even though we got divorced, we did promise that we would be there for our kids.
Right.
She's upheld her end of the bargain, so
Right.
she's you know, we don't always see eye to eye and everything, but one thing we do love is our kids, and
Yeah.
that has helped out quite a bit. So.
Right.
So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, whatever daddy role you play.
Yep.
And so, we look forward to seeing you at
Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Heroes for Kids Comic Con and the July 4th doings on
Yep.
July 3rd
Yeah.
at the Perry Card Center.
Definitely July 3rd at Heroes for Kids, or out at the
Rotary Club fireworks.
Fireworks there at the Park Center.
Right.
So look forward to hanging out with everybody that night, getting some photos with people.
Right.
And then definitely just a couple weeks later, looking forward to a week and a half later, or 2 weeks later, isn't it? 2 weekends later, hanging out with everybody at the Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our special guests are, I know for a fact our special guests are looking forward to hanging out with everybody. So, again, we have Mark Godson, Alan Fernandez, C. Andrew Nelson, and Wyatt Weed. Those are our 4 main guests. Then we have Delilah Hefner and Victoria Webb that are with 13, that will be at the 13th Darkness booth. So again, definitely can't wait to see everybody. Again, we are just over 25 days away, so definitely can't wait to see everybody.
25 and a half days.
25 and a half days, so that's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see everybody. And on that note, we love you all. Thank you all for the support, and we will see you guys soon next Monday.
Yeah.